Yeah, I got it to work. Nice. So I'm just here. I have a whole pile of seeds I've been drying. My kitchen's generally pretty dry. I have things I need to put away, like these dill seeds. These actually, I think, need a little bit more time to dry. I just added to them a couple days ago. I'm going to only keep a portion of this for growing more dill. Hello. I got my cat over here. The rest of it I'm going to use just to eat, but I think it needs more time. So I found that these coin envelopes are helpful. So it's time for just put them away, I guess. I'll tell you what, though, I have lavender I need to add to my tea jar. Now, this year, I decided to grow some chamomile, toothache plant. That's a new one. Hi, Boo Boo. Hi. Out. Toothache plant, chamomile, and lemon balm. Oh, God. Oh, what did you do? She just knocked the thing over. It's okay. Anyways. It's been a good mix. I've really been enjoying it. It's sweet. Like, I don't even need any sweetener for tea when I make it. So, I'm just gonna add my lavender to this mix. Boo Boo, you know, I don't get dinner for at least another 40 minutes. She's over here. She's trying to steal my seeds while I'm going through them. You don't have to keep lavender leaves for anything. People typically don't use them for tea, but that's what I have, so that's what I'm going to keep. So if you saw my video that was put out this week, we did like a whole heck of a lot of mulching. And we gotta do some more. We're only about half done. So what I did was our front garden. I also did around our fruit trees and strawberries. You can see the whole video on YouTube. Our YouTube is Galaxy Gardens. I have a link on my Instagram bio here, so you can just go there and check it out. You know, subscribe, watch, like, comment, all that good stuff. So today it's raining. I was actually going to work on it a little bit this afternoon, but today it's raining. So I'm going to take a break and we'll work on it on Saturday probably. But I'll show you what else we'll do next week. I have to do my hardy kiwi, my fuyu persimmon. I have a couple pawpaws. I want to say a potomac and a Shenandoah. I have a Chicago hardy fig. I have a Texas everbearing fig. I have a Kiowa. I have a few Kiowa blackberries. Oh man, it smells so good from this lavender leaves. It's awesome. What else? Get sidetracked. Oh yeah, I have my Kiowa blackberries, which is just like a regular kind of blackberry. They just grow well in this area. They're supposed to be good quality. And I also got snowbank blackberries. So along with all this gardening stuff, so I've been growing like tropical fruits for the longest time because they don't sell them, or don't sell a lot of them in my area. So I just decided to start growing them and learning about them some more. It smells so good. And hopefully, you know, oh, I missed one. Hopefully, you know, we'll get some fruit. As always, red, the best time to start a tree is 7 years ago. I've also heard an updated one is the best time to start a tree is 11 years ago. I guess it depends on the kind of tree, though. The kind of trees I have, though, are ones that should start fruiting between 3 and 7 years. So I have all the figs. I have at least 7 different fig varieties. I'm a big fan of those. I have a canepa. I have 3 kinds of lemons. Clementine. Oh God. Finger lime. I don't have a regular lime. I used to. I killed it by accident. I have... I'm blanking on all my fruit. I have 2 different kinds of kumquat. I have guava. I have Arabica coffee. I have a loquat. I have a wax apple, otherwise known as a wax jambu. I honestly can't think of any more off the top of my head. I have dragon fruit, but I don't really count that as a tree. I have a lot. So what I'm going to do right now is some caraway and just put that away. I might get cut short because I'm expecting an order to come in. Like I said, it's raining out. So I decided I'm just going to order out for dinner because I don't feel like eating just vegetables today. Now, I don't have... You'll see a lot of people seed save in a lot of different ways. I've been seed saving like this forever. So in most cases, in most plants, you'll want to let them flower and then turn brown. And at that point, usually the seed heads are ready to go. And then what I'll do is I'll usually pick them, put them on maybe extra Tupperware lids like this, and leave it out. I mean, it doesn't have to be for super long time. It could be for a couple of days, however long it takes to dry. What usually happens with me is I'll do it, and then I'll forget about it for a while. And it's usually okay because I don't live in a damp area. If I lived somewhere more south, because I'm in Massachusetts, but like say I lived in Florida and it's like damp all the time, that wouldn't be good because you don't want them to get damp after they've dried. Just for, you want like the optimal germination success when the time comes, and if they are damaged anyway, either through getting damp or either germinating early, obviously that's not going to happen. So we'll see about this caraway. I didn't grow that much this year, so I decided to save the seeds. I tried some different herbs, like so I have caraway, obviously. I don't think it's enough to make it worth just cooking with, so I'll just fall onto it. And then I have fenugreek, which also is not very much. So get my trusty seed envelopes. I used to make my own envelopes, which was such a waste of time. I didn't even know these existed until like 2 years ago. And I really, really like these coin envelopes. And if you take this off, I've had these like reseal a few times before I gotta scrap it. So I'm not mad about it. It's easier than making your own envelopes, but you know, if you have nothing, do what you can with what you got. I think a Dill Seed might have gone in here. Hello. Actually, I have a lot of Dill Seeds. Oh my goodness. Why are these all over the place? All right. I don't think I'm going to save these. They are Kentucky Wonder bean. And they just don't look like they're in good condition, and I only have 4. A seed packet's going to be like 99 cents, so it's not worth it for me to keep. What I am going to keep, though, are my dragon tongue beans. I'm going to order another one of these this year. I don't know if you can see that any better. They look so cool when they're growing. Now, when you cook them, because I kept some just to eat as regular green beans, not just for the shelling beans, although these are good dry beans too, which you could just cook like regular dry beans. But I'm definitely going to grow more of them next year. But those seed packets are like a little bit more expensive, so I decided to save some. All right. I might need 2 packets for this. Oh, for sure. Ooh. Anyways, yeah, so seed saving, it doesn't have to be that hard. You know, a lot of times when I talk to people about my gardening, I usually get one of 2 responses. I get one of, oh, how do you do that? I can never do that. You do so much. And okay, that's cool. Thank you for sharing. You can do it too. Anyone can garden. It's just something you have to be consistent with and patient with. The other response I get is, why would you waste your time? And I would never be caught dead doing anything like that. So, you know, really choose who you hang out with. But I appreciate this stuff. And Greg also appreciates this stuff. He at least appreciates the hot peppers. He loves hot peppers. One of these years we're going to figure out broccoli. We had a success a couple years ago with broccoli, and we went to go pick all of them. Groundhog decided to move in and eat the tops off of everything. It doesn't matter what we put on there. It just served as extra flavoring for this groundhog. So the one year we had a really, really good broccoli harvest, we got nothing. And a groundhog got it. And last year and this year, that wasn't it. It didn't work. So we'll try again next year. I have a DiGesi cauliflower though, that's really hanging in there right now. I put it in like as early as physically possible this season, and this is gonna put outside. I have what's it called? Basically like a flowering plant out front I've been saving the seed heads from, which is funny because the seed heads, or the actual seeds themselves, kind of like brassica seeds, but it's not. So I have a DiGesi cauliflower that I'm really banking on giving me a cauliflower. You know, it's been months, so I don't think it's going to happen, but all the same, I've been just stripping some leaves off and giving it to the chickens. So here's another thing people do differently. So this is how I keep my tomato seeds. I'll just scoop them out of the tomato. I'll wipe them on here in a single layer, let them dry. A lot of people prefer to let them ferment. So you scoop the pulp out, and you can smash it up a little bit if you got chunks, and put it even in a small jar like this. You can leave the top off, and what you do is you leave it in there, let it ferment. I forget how long, but you let it ferment, and then when it's done fermenting and you can see like a distinct separation between like all the pulp and stuff and all the seeds on the bottom, you can take the seeds out, wash them, and then dry them on a plate or on paper towel. I just go straight to the paper towel. There's some benefits to fermenting, supposedly. It's supposed to help improve germination rate. It's supposed to be good for killing off any like bacteria or viruses that might have afflicted your tomatoes this year. So it's a less likely chance that they'll be susceptible next year. I've always done it this way and it's worked. I haven't tried the other way. Maybe I should see how it goes. I have a real if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. But I am open to trying new stuff. So this one is a Sicilian saucer. You got a lot of seeds on there, and they're really easy to take off. You just gotta go through. There you go. You pick them, a little bit. It's a little more time consuming. If you did the fermenting part and dried them like on a plate or something, I'm sure they would slide right off. But I have planted a lot of tomato seeds before with little, like you can see here, little scraps of paper towel attached to them. Never had any problems. Now, if I was like running a business and I wanted to do it efficiently and in a sterile fashion, or as sterile as possible, definitely wouldn't do it this way. But everything I grow is really just for my house or to give away to people we know and we have access. Yeah. So that's how seeds save. You can see they pop right off. What else do I have to save? So pepper seeds. You want to get yourself a ripe pepper. Usually peppers, depends what color they are when they're ripe. A lot of them turn red. You want to get the seeds out of there. Those I will typically dry like on a plate or like a Tupperware lid. And it's good when you dry your seeds ahead of time. So usually when I take my seeds for the year, I try to take some of the first fruit that comes in on the plant, maybe like the first or second flush from the plant, and save seeds from like the peppers or other vegetables. I think are the best because I find they get really good quality out of those compared to like ones you get later in the season. And they're usually when the plant's like most vigorous. What's kind of cool when you dry them is because then you can see what seeds are and aren't viable. So in the case of like pepper seeds and eggplant seeds, it's kind of cool because if they're not any good, the bad seeds, they might look fine when you take them out, but then they shrivel up and turn like black. So you know, hey, I'm not going to get a seed out of that. Tomatoes are a little bit different. I found with the tomato seeds, some of them will just look more translucent. Same thing with cucumbers. But usually it's pretty good. So this is a little more time consuming. It's not for everybody. If you wanted to save more time, you could probably do the fermenting part. My thing is though, like, okay, so you get your seeds out, right? And you ferment it, whatever. I feel like there's got to be some kind of risk of germinating the seeds early. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. But we'll see. I'll tell you though, so let me rephrase this. So I got these organza bags, which if you've never seen them, if you've seen like a little gift bag, which looks, I don't know, it's kind of like a little fine mesh bag with a tie. You put gifts in it. So I got all those this year, put around my tomatoes and peppers. It was like, this year is going to be the year. This year is going to be the year where I try to get, I guess you could call them like pure seeds, like no chance of cross-pollination, no chance of nothing, like what I plant and the seeds I'm going to get out of what's going to flower, you know, is going to be true to the variety. But I'll tell you, I've never done that before. And some years ago, I got Sicilian saucer given to me from my grandparents. And this thing was massive. It's like the size of a softball. It didn't really have that much of a flavor. I mean, it tasted good, don't get me wrong. It was very meaty. But I've grown it like a few years and it's definitely cross-pollinated with some stuff. So it still has that big, like, softball size. It's very meaty. And this year, particularly, it is so sweet. It's arguably as strong and like sweet, non-acidic taste as like the black Krim I grew or the black Seaman tomato. Those two I think have been like the two best tasting tomatoes I've ever had. And the Sicilian saucer was up there. Definitely check them out online. They're like a big red tomato. They're great if you like tomato sandwiches. I use it for whatever, but whatever it cross-pollinated with the last time I grew it, which is probably, I don't think I grew it last year. I think I grew it like 2 years ago. Just really made for a great seed and made for great tomatoes this year. So, I don't know. We'll see how it tastes next year. Maybe for these ones I should have used my organza bags. I just got busy. There's always next year. This is all done. I have another whole other pile to go through. When I do some more seed saving, I'll definitely share that with everybody. I actually just processed like a ton of rose hips yesterday. Some, I think it's called rugosa. I might have that wrong. I think it's rugosa rose. And I have all the seeds from that. So I'm debating whether or not to clean up the seeds and save them or just dedicate somewhere and plant them on the property. I haven't decided because they get big and they also will spread everywhere. So maybe I'll put them in a planter. I don't know. Oh, think about that for another day. Thanks for hanging out and checking out some of the stuff. Maybe it's some new information, maybe it's not. I will be putting a new video on Tuesday. Depends when I get done this weekend. And I kind of like the IG Live format, so I might be doing those once a week. But it really depends on what service I want to use. Maybe I'll do this next week. I don't know. You let me know. If you have any questions, definitely post them. I am happy to share all my gardening knowledge. I really started this account in addition to the YouTube channel just because I've been doing this for so long. I'm really just trying to keep myself motivated, I guess. So my husband and I just bought this property last year, fortunately, before the housing boom. And since then, like last year, probably should have started recording last year. You should have seen us hustle to build all of our raised beds and our garden fence. And I also put in like all my blackberries, my hard kiwis, my raspberries. I did all that last year. So I would start getting it like this year, next year. But the blackberries were so small, so I've just let them grow all this year like everything else. Next year we'll start getting a bunch of fruit. I have so many things coming in the mail that I'm excited for, in addition to some seeds. I'll show you those another day. But we're just working on turning this property into a complete edible landscape. So far it's been a pretty tough process. But once we got like the main garden stuff set up, now it's pretty fun again. So I decided I wanted to share that with you, all you people in the internet world. Yeah. But it's been fun. And Greg has been enjoying this too. So I've only been doing this for about a month. We'll keep doing it. I hope everyone has a good night. I hope wherever you are, it's not raining. Unless you're looking for rain. I was looking for rain. I didn't want to water everything. But otherwise, happy Thursday. And I will see you soon.